Hey everybody, welcome back. Trickster here, and we are back to pairs. Let's see if you figure out what's going on. Holy crap, noise. Noise. Think back her chair, blah 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 blah. She sits up immediately when I return. Was it urgent? No, not really. Dark expression crosses her face, then quickly disappears. It's enough to make me a little wary. She beckons me to sit in the chair in front of her. James, I need you to close your eyes. I can only imagine what plan she's concocted now. I swallow, wondering what madness is in store for me today. Then, I take a seat, wondering once again what I've gotten myself into. A few days later, I'm alone in the shop working. Wait, what? 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 What happened? Sorry, Mrs. Johnson. The pumpkin chip muffins are seasonal and it's Yes, I understand that it's your daughter's. I hold the phone away from my ear and try my best not to roll my eyes. There's honestly no reasoning with some people. No kidding. I like working at Sweet Dreams. Really, I do. But sometimes I think that our customers are the only ones in the world that don't subscribe to common sense. Amen to that. I understand that you want to file a complaint with the manager, but I am the manager. No, there's no one higher than me. I can't offer you a full refund, but... And she hung up on me. Nice. I put the phone back in the receiver. She could have at least let me finish my sentence. I let out a sigh, leaning back in my chair. There's no one in the shop. It's not all that unusual for it to be slow, but even I'm surprised at the lack of, well, anyone. Since you've been working so hard, Mr. Zhang, you should go and take a well-deserved break back in, say, 45 minutes? Hannah would kill me if she knew. But what Hannah doesn't know won't kill me. I take a muffin out of the display case and hang up my apron, then grab my keys. Checking to make sure the shop is locked up, I flip the close sign and hit the door. There's not a bakery in existence that isn't the epitome of suffering between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Luckily, the park isn't too far away from work. It's the perfect place to lounge and waste a little time. Unsurprisingly, I find my thoughts wandering back to Kitten Pink. I should have thought this through. How am I supposed to get Noya to like me enough that she'll do anything for me? And more importantly, enough that she won't kill me after I immediately break up with her. I rub my hands down my face in frustration. Damn, you're being a douche. James, you're an idiot. I hit up something supposed to say Google. Things to do with an alien on a date. Surprisingly, their actual search results. But then I guess putting things to do with a bloodthirsty alien warrior princess on a date is a little too specific. Not to mention attention grabbing. Brief scroll reveals that my search needs to be amended anyway. I go back to the search bar. Things to do with an alien on a date when you're supremely broke. These results aren't much better. Play hide and seek in a cornfield or in the woods. More like quickly becoming characters in a B-rated horror movie. How about no? I scroll down. Go real estate shopping together. Seriously? That's the best you can come up with? What a romantic heart is bursting with garbage like this. Play ping pong. I close the browser. More like things to do with an alien if you want her to sneak away to the next galaxy in the middle of your date. I lean back on the bench and look at the sky. It's nice. Kinda peaceful, actually. I shut my eyes to listen to the wind. I could be out here all day, and I bet it'd be really nice out here at night. The wind, the moon, the stars. I sit up. We can go stargazing! I open my phone again, then look up, distracted. Is there someone yelling? Let's check it out. I look around but I don't see anyone in my vicinity, which means one thing, time to investigate. Sticking my phone in my pocket, I wander towards the source of the shouting. Regardless of what I choose to do with you, when I'm finished, you will not disturb me any longer. Is that Noya? I take off running. I see her hair before I see her, the curling peak strands billowing in the wind. But I can see a woman standing in front of her, rage running across her thin face. I don't know what Noya said to anger her, but I shout her name. Noya! She turns at the sound of my voice, her eyes wide with her surprise. James? I approach cautiously, not quite sure of the situation. I open my mouth, ask, but then I don't even have to. The woman spits at my feet. Is this thing is yours? You should get it on a leash. Oh, fuck you, bitch. Thing. A sinking feeling washes over me. I automatically assume that Noi is the one who started it, but clearly that wasn't the case. I look at her, sending a silent apology. Sorry. Looking back at the woman, I try to think of an adequate response. My brain falls short. I find myself channeling May of all people. Bite me. Unfortunately, the woman is quicker than I am. That's not an answer. I'm asking you if the thing is yours. I usually try my best not to be patronizing, but I can't help it. I speak as slowly as possible. I know she'll understand me, but the condescension won't come through if I speak normally. I don't have the time, patience, or crayons to explain this to you. So I'll forgive you for asking that question if you'll forgive me for not answering. I wanted to laugh in her face. Noya of all people being mine? It'd be easier to bottle a hurricane. You can't help idiocy. But in at least one sense, I guess it's true that we've got something going. I think I put my arm around her shoulders. But out of fear of getting tangled in her hair, I slip her arm around her waist and hope that the Nesians do it this way too. She doesn't seem to protest when I look her in the eye. We need to get out of here. Ready to go? As usual, she resists. I wasn't aware that we were supposed to meet, but I cut her off faster than we get away from this lady the better. And I have no time to explain what sarcasm is. My voice is impatient. Is that a yes? Ken looks at me, then relents. I suppose. I think about slipping my hand further down her back as we walk away, just as a silent "suck it" puts aside against it. Shit, full screen. Shit, sorry guys. I can only push my luck so much. You're on the open, isn't that, dangerous? What if someone recognizes you? As usual, she's completely nonchalantly showing no regard for her own well-being. Usually, I get a few stares, and most people ignore me. To them, all Nesians look the same. Even though I try not to, I can't help but fume as I find a quieter part of the park to sit in. If I had to deal with this and the kind of garbage on a daily basis, I want to vaporize human nuisances too. She seems surprised by my irritation and sits down beside me. Pulling her hand out of mine, I honestly hadn't even noticed I was still holding it. When Noya looks at me, her expression is one of confusion. She covers it with cheeriness. Don't worry, I'm confident that I could take on any human. I admit I have a limit of probably 5 or 6 humans at one time, but she was only one. I can't help but let out a laugh. For once, it feels like we're in sync, or at the very least, she's rubbing off on me. I find I don't have to force myself to relax, rather, she's naturally having that effect on me. I didn't feel like fighting her, but she was so insistent that she almost got vaporized for her trouble. Too bad you didn't get the chance to. What stopped you? She pauses and looked away, uncomfortably. I can't really tell her hair hides her expression. You, actually. Maybe it's me, but I don't like that I can't see her face. I shift closer so I can look at her. It's taken me a while to get over how alien she looks, but her features are hypnotizing in their own way. As always, the temperature around her is noticeably warmer. Neon quirk, I guess. Me, huh? I touch her skin lightly, arm to arm. It's almost hot to the touch. In contrast to the cool breeze, it feels nice. You shouted my name suddenly. Is a Neon looking at her claimed that strange? Claimed? Is that like her way of calling me her boyfriend? I've all heard Neonisms. I don't think I've ever heard this one. I echo her, but it only gives me a slightly annoyed look. Sometimes I forget that she hates when I don't understand the words she uses. Well, what do you call it? The type of bonding? I take a guess, but I'm pretty sure she means dating. It's going out with someone you're romantically interested in. I'm your boyfriend and you're my girlfriend. I pause now that I think about it. I never called her my girlfriend either. The two of us chat comfortably, her whole body keeping my left side warm until she says something so surprising I'm not quite sure how to respond. She leans forward suddenly, her voice lower and slightly concerned. James, why do you tell that human to bite you? What sense is it to request pain? Is it not better to bite her instead without the declaration to catch her off guard? I blink at her. It takes me a second to decide between explaining what his euphemism is and laughing it off completely. Unfortunately, the latter side turns out I burst out laughing. Sometimes you're really cute. The thought pops in my mind uninvited. I stare at her. Her eyes glow naturally as they always do, but for some reason, I can't look away. Blinking to break eye contact, I look down at my phone. It's been 40 minutes since I first left the shop, which means I have 5 minutes to get back. I stand forcing myself to pull away. Standing in the open air, Noya's warmth instantly, regrettably gone from my side. I'm tempted to sit back down beside her. I have to get back to her, sorry, but oh, I almost forgot to ask you again. Do you have anything like this? I hold out my phone for her to see. I don't really know how Neans communicate with each other, but I do know that Noya bursting into the shop is probably the worst possible way to go about meeting me. Especially in the view of a conversation I had with Hannah before she left. A communicator or something that can pick up human communicator signals? Either. Of course! Good. There's this thing called a phone number, and it's a way to contact me directly. I want to give you mine so you don't have to always keep bursting into the shop whenever you want to, but I can't keep interfering you'll come visit me based on the destruction I see you cause on the morning news. I take both her hands in mine. You have to make me a promise. She balks, turning her face away from me haughtily. Neans don't make blind promises, first the terms. You have to promise me for the rest of your time on Earth, you won't fight anyone anymore. Anyone? Ken balks at the idea, pulling her hands away from mine. But the hesitation only lasts a few seconds before she glares back at me with her stunningly electric eyes. Fine. Fine? I expect her to protest more, but well, I trust her. I expect her to protest. I give her my phone number, since she has that handy robot thing or whatever. I'm pretty certain she'll have better luck figuring out how to text me than I would. And how could we go stargazing if I couldn't invite her out for a change? I mean, the only reason I want to go so I can get to know her better. Yeah. I still haven't figured out what she likes. And if I can't even do that, there's no way I'd ever get close enough to request anything of her. I feel a twinge in my stomach and trying to think about it too much. I just need to be close enough that she doesn't think anything of it. For your stargaze then, maybe that'd get me just much closer to my goal. I have someplace I want to take you, but it's at a specific time. If you call me before then, I'll definitely take you there. Her surprised expression makes her eyes look huge. Even after I make a beeline for the bakery, I can't get them out of my head. Beautiful, sinister eyes, glowing like lanterns in the sea of her skin. I'm such a poet. Night, James. Night, May. I hear my sister's bedroom door shut and sit down on my bed, stretching. I check my phone again, but as I thought, no news from Noya. I thought you'd figure it out by now. But my phone is silent in my hand. I scan the different news sites. Nothing like current events to put you in the mood, am I right? Nothing new on Q's feed or the QQC. Find myself back on QNN. I check the headlines, updating myself on what's going on in the world. After 3 generations of fighting Neans, the cost of the World Protection Program is officially rolled into the quadrillions, say experts. C-pop. Why Zimbabwean pop music is it trending around the world? Renowned artificial activist Zivi Ma is recognized for her work at the ceremony, says that naturals and neutrals are not doing enough to prevent anti-artificial discrimination during acceptance speech. Oh? I click on the link. A video starts to play. It has been 70 years since the closure of the last artificial plant and the conclusion of the landmark case that sparked discussions about human experimentation across the nation, Ottawa v. Eastern Wind. What are artificials? According to the latest poll, just like you and me, artificially powered humans say their plight has not changed and that the stigma against being descendants of experimentals has not changed. Ziva Ma gave this comment in an interview with news program Current of events. It is an undeniable fact that the actions that went on at so-called artificial farms are unethical and inhumane, but their children and their children's children are innocent in all of this. I believe that allowing genetically modified humans into the World Protection Program is a great step forward, but there are still many problems that have yet to be resolved. It is still illegal to call artificials unnaturals, and the WPP's policy of having to disclose whether abilities are natural or artificial is a step in the wrong direction. We will fight it. It makes no sense that alien creatures from the same species that we are fighting against have more rights and better opportunities than natural-born humans. Artificials are not. Ziva's statements are in response to both pro- and anti-artificial demonstrations that have sparked across the world. Some, especially Neon advocates, find them inflammatory. No one knows who will win this battle for artificial rights, but one thing is certain: the outcome will resonate far beyond these borders, these nations, and even the stars beyond. As the rest of the world watches the ongoing battle for the sky, eyes are also turned inwards to view the war within. The video ends. Protests, huh? My mind drifts back to Kitten Pink. It's been almost 10 days since I've last spoken to her. I almost feel guilty for a moment. Maybe I shouldn't have bartered like that. I decided against that. Kitten has a tendency of being appealing, especially when I least expect it. At the very least, I can go to sleep at night in good conscience, knowing that wherever she isn't uprooting trees and beating people with them. I want to go to sleep, but I can't help feeling like I should wait up a little. Maybe she'll call after all. Keep waiting. I shut my eyes. But what if she calls? What if I miss it? I open my eyes again and reach for my phone. It's nothing but a ritual. Opening email. Nothing. Check text messages. Nothing. Refresh email. Check text again. Still nothing. Put my phone back on the table. As soon as I place it down, it vibrates. It's spam. Fuck! Slamming my phone back harder. Maybe a little more than irritated, I roll over. What's taking her so long? Is it that hard to figure out human technology? I pause. Human technology. Now I sound like her. I don't know why I'm so worried, but 10 days is a long time to go without seeing Noya, especially given that she constantly makes her presence known. This isn't right at all. I reach for my phone again, then relent. It's not like I can call her back either. Resigned, I shut my eyes and do my best not to act like it doesn't bother me so much. It takes me an age, but finally I drift to sleep. Well, I tried waiting. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. That better not be my phone. Over my bed was the sharp sigh. Who in the world would be calling me at? Look at the clock and grit my teeth and quell my growing rage. 2:17 a.m. And it's an unknown number? I silence the phone. This sounds like something for... What time do I have to get up again? 4:30? 5 a.m.? Whatever. I'll over and go back to sleep. No! Fuck! Out of the shower, I get dressed in the early morning silence. I have to open the bakery at 6 today. I pick up my phone. There's a mixed call and a text message? Oh, almost forgot about this. I called, but there was no reply. MEL has informed me that human sleep recovery time is over double the needs and strange that you need more sleep than me. I apologize for the misunderstanding. I will not calm you this late any longer, but I still expect my reward. Where are we going? I squint. And in the message, the little cat emoji. That's definitely Kitten. I can't help but smile. I knew you'd figure it out. Check the time. If I wake May up, she can take the school bus and I'll take my car to work. I know she doesn't like taking the bus, but since I'm on time anyway, it's a perfect excuse to get to the bakery and talk with Kitten Pink about getting her stargazing. May! Silence. May! What? I take a deep breath and yell louder. I need you to take the bus today! Fine. I can't hear her reply very well, but I can hear the annoyance in her tone. Sorry, little sis. I've got plans. I head to my car and make my way to the bakery. It isn't until I finish the morning baking and open the shop that I have a chance to breathe. A whiff of guilt washes over me. So this is what Hannah did by herself every time I was late? I make a mental note to get some kind of thank you present to show my appreciation. Phew. My mind drifts to the canister of sweets that she gave me a few weeks ago. Maybe I should make something for her. I know she likes sweets, but she always complains about the food science on Earth not being advanced enough. To date, I've never seen her eat anything from the shop. Imagine her happy expression when I make something, then decorate it with something neon style, or at least neon inspired. I don't have much to go off, aside from the way she dresses, and the neon military uniforms I've seen in battle broadcasts. So it's a lot of guesswork, but I like the idea of the challenge. I want to make her a cupcake she can't refuse. Wonder if neons can eat chocolate. Sitting down for a moment, I sketch out some cupcake designs. Something like this, with some kind of whipped cheese cream icing in the center. I lose myself in the paper. On the wall, the clock lets out a chime. Huh? 9:30 a.m. already? I'd rush to the door and flip the sign. Only I would get here on time and still manage to open the shop late. Now what? I sit behind the booth and wait for the morning rush. According to QNN, there's supposed to be a highway demonstration, so I don't expect things to be busy. You can't have customers if people are marching down the highway protesting, after all. I let out a sigh. I sit down at the counter and reach for my phone. Ken's text sits there, waiting for a reply. I apologize for... I look around the shop. I mean, it's not busy. Text her. Open a text message, simultaneously wondering what to say. Hello, kitten. I erase the text. Too unnatural. Good job on figuring out how to use human technology, kitten. I erase that one too. Too patronizing. Kitten, I got your message. Sorry I couldn't answer the phone. Better. And now I wait. A few minutes pass, then my phone buzzes. An unknown number appears on the screen. That has to be her. Actually answering, but what if I get customers? Then quickly send another text before she gets offended. Why didn't you respond? Too late. I scrambled letter. Sorry, I'm at the shop right now. Shelly sent me a one reply. Oh. I sent my phone buzzes a few follow texts containing a single signed cat emoji. I snort a laugh. Who taught you to use emojis? It's not that difficult. Even a kneeling can pick up on such a thing. Her reply is quick and as a slingshot. Then she confesses. About the little emoji pictures on your human data stream. The internet. Very amusing. I smiled at her smile. Sometimes she can be really cute. But cute isn't going to bring my parents back. I steel myself. We have to go stargazing. Hey kitten, meet me at the shop at sundown. I'll text you when. Okay. She follows up instantly. Why? Why, huh? My fingers tug over the key, but then the sound of the bell in the bakery door startles me. Hello, are you guys open? Yes, we are. Unfortunately. What do you need? We got bagels, fresh bread, croissants, and pull my best service mom when facing the customer. But my mind is occupied with thoughts of stars and kitten pink beneath me. A few days later, I'm watching the shop alone when the phone rings. I pick it up. Thank you for calling Sweet Dreams. James speaking. How can I help you? Good afternoon, Mr. Zhang. This is Catherine with all of Hannah's worried phone calls asking how the shop's doing. I thought I'd finally check in. Nice to hear from you too, boss lady. How's everything in France? Trey Tereb. What? My boss chuckles darkly. Let's just say that this chef, Jean-Luc, is a half a step away from swallowing an iron skillet. I blink, forcing a mild chuckle. Why am I constantly surrounded by violent people? Is it me or... In any case, how's the shop? Is everything alright over there? It's fine. She chuckles. That's promising. I can practically hear the bemusement in her voice. I let her decide and consider asking her for advice. Hannah would probably have a fit if she knew I chose to talk to Catherine about it over her. But Catherine is a much safer option. At least she's far away enough that the effects can't be too far-reaching if I ask her for help. So I have a friend. I want to know exactly where this conversation is going. If you're starting with a if you're starting with a not so hypothetical friend. What about you? I mean him. He has a boss who can be extremely patronizing when she wants to be. Ha! Go on. I let out a sigh. And so my friend has a girlfriend. I see. What? I'm just amused. Hannah had her suspicions and complained about it nearly weekly. She'd kill to know. But you won't tell her. Of course not. Patient confidentiality. I'll try not to roll my eyes. Patient. Right. Right. Anyway, the girlfriend is is someone my friend agreed to date, partially because she was pretty persistent and partially because she has the means to get something my friend wanted. But now they're starting to feel guilty about it. What should my friend do? This is messier than expected. Catherine pauses. Well, I guess I should ask you first, how did my friend? I can almost hear her eyes rolling through the phone. Fine, how did your friend feel about his girlfriend? Ambivalent? It's not like he hates her. If they broke up and he saw her much less frequently, all would be well. Interesting. What did she ever do to make you dislike her so much? You mean, what did she ever do to make my friend? Enough already, James! She lets out an annoyed sigh. Look, he just feels bad for what he did, especially because she's not the horrible person he thought she was. I guess they could be friends, but she's too much of a distraction, and my friend has other responsibilities in his life. Other responsibilities. Ha! Well, in that case, your friend has to realize that if he wants to salvage his relationship with his girlfriend, he has to tell her the truth. What if she would kill him if she knew why he agreed to date her? Catherine laughs. Really, James? What with the dramatics? You own up to your mistakes and deal with the consequences. You mean tell my friend to? Keep on doing this and I'm docking your pay, seriously. Anyway, I don't know why you choose to do this, but from my viewpoint, is that if you face the music, it's true that she might hate you, but it's also true that you might be able to salvage something from the flames. If not, the next one to come along will be just that much more fortunate. What if I just lied to prolong it? It would be so easy. You say that, but if you're desperate enough to ask me for help, then you can't keep pretending that it's a valuable option. I let out a sigh. That is very true. This will not end well for you, James, my man. You may tell the greatest lies and wear a brilliant disguise. Ooh, rhymes. But you can't escape the eyes of the one who sees right through you. I fall silent. She's right. I'm gonna get vaporized. What? I shake my head. It's nothing. You know, you almost went an entire conversation without any philosophy mumbo-jumbo. Now you sound like my daughter. But as I like to constantly remind her that philosophy mumbo-jumbo just saved your hide. Ah, hold on, son. Background gets noisy for a while, but eventually she returns. Sorry, James, we'll have to talk about this another time. Thanks again for watching the shop. You're welcome. I have to say, though, it's not a cakewalk. She laughs and she hangs up the phone. Boo! But even my own smile fades. Bright thoughts quickly replaced by mulling over Catherine's unfortunately sound advice. Tell her the truth? It's a terrifying thought, but she deserves to know, even if it kills me. Doesn't she? We're meeting tonight, right? I stare at my text on my phone. It's a reminder of the sacrifices she's made to be with me. For one, she stopped fighting for no other reward but the esteemed privilege of being able to talk to me every day. It's the least I can do. If I try to imagine what we could be if she forgave me. Being real. Maybe, if I'm lucky, she'll still want something to do with me. Then maybe we can become something more? A real relationship based on something tangible. Like her trust. Or maybe friends. I look down at my hands and just like that, my mind flashes to her royal outfit. I can't deny that on top of everything, I'm also physically attracted to her. The way her eyes look at me and through me, the curliness of her soft hair, the heat of her too warm skin, a time when her physical quirks would have made me balk has long since passed. If a miracle occurs and she forgives me, I'm certain I'd like to be more than friends. I'd like our relationship to be more tangible, and to become something real. Hey, it's tonight, right? I text Noya back. Right. Where do we meet? You just come to the shop after we close, okay? Okay. Why won't you tell me what we're meeting for? I hesitate. Before it was because I wanted to use it as an opportunity to get a little closer. But as the evening approaches, a feeling of dread blossoms in my stomach instead. I should tell her the truth tonight. I send a response. Just come, okay? I want to say something like, it's a surprise, or it's a date. But that only add insult to injury. She stays strangely silent, sending no reply. She's been doing like that a lot lately, too. I turn on the TV and try not to let my eyes glaze over in the meantime. As we walk towards the park together, Noya matches my pace and walks alongside me. I glance her over. I've never seen her in regular clothes. I don't dress up too often myself, but I went out to buy a jacket just for tonight. I guess it's not surprising to imagine, but usually she wears that other thing, the intricate-looking outfit that is clearly me in terms of style. But today she looks nice, cute, normal. You look different. She looks at me, blue eyes glowing unnaturally in the darkness, just like a cat's. Is this not appropriate attire? It's so bizarre how much I've changed. The first time I looked into those bright, glittery eyes, it was strange. Flashing with color, they looked terrifyingly unnatural. But this close, I can't help but stare into them. They're a little stifling, but they are, of course, human clothes. MEL helped me shop for them on some kind of virtual store. It was very antiquated, but a pleasant experience in general, I suppose. What do you mean? Her eyes flashed with annoyance. I could not even try the clothes on, they just had flat pictures. I barely stifled a laugh, attracting her attention. I'm going to miss these moments. My smile dies already. I'm acting as though it's over, but I can't help it. When she finds out what I plan to do, she's going to... James? This is a date, yes? Huh? The sound of her voice is welcome interruption to my thoughts. You mentioned it earlier. Oh right, I did. Back at the shop. Yes, I did, and I meant it too. Have you ever been on a date before? The question takes me by surprise. I don't quite know what to say, so I fell back to something safe, like teasing across my arms. Do you really want to know? Kitten looks at me like I've grown a second head. I asked. You are aware that I want to know. Alright. I forgot figures of speech are kind of lost on her. I try again. Why do you want to know? She stops walking and placing her hands on her hips. Because I'm curious. What is this inane line of questioning? I try to laugh at her frustrations. Sorry. If you're simply shy, then why not just ask me to share my own experiences? For example, we were on Forulia, and the ruler thought his bloodline was so coveted amongst the stars that he offered himself for my hand in exchange for not being destroyed. He was a weak, tyrannical man. Daddy did not extend mercy. I blink at her. What a heavy story. I open my mouth and then close it. It's kind of hard to follow that one. Well, my end to answer your question, yes. When I was in high school, I was kind of popular. I got asked out by 4 different girls the first 2 weeks of my junior year. Oh? Which one did you choose? I rubbed my neck uncomfortably. At the time, all of them. It was pretty great for me at the time, but they weren't happy about it when they found out. I was an idiot back then, though. I look at her from the corner of my eye, but her expression doesn't change. When she doesn't comment either, I tease her lightly, hoping for a reaction. It was before we knew each other, so you don't have to be jealous. She shoots me an amused look. Jealousy is only for people who are weak. If I want her heart, I work hard to seize it. She stares at me, a smile playing on her lips. I look at her, I'm only looking at her, but my heart begins to pounding in my chest. My mouth goes dry, I lick my lips to moisture them, and force out my question. Not sure why I'm so interested in the first place, but... Cliffhanger! I'm gonna save here! You're gonna hate me. I don't care. I'm saving there, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye!